What's going on, guys? Seth here with Seth Francis Sim Racing, and we are back in Gran Turismo Sport, just in time to jump into this here GR4 class race at Brands Hatch, and going to be driving the Volkswagen Scirocco front-wheel drive GR4 class car. Started the stream a moment ago, but for some reason it wasn't showing up. It was just a blank screen, so I canceled that one real quick, started up another one, and as I mentioned before, got a little bit of an interesting topic to talk about today while I go through these two races here. At least two races. This may carry on into the GR3 class, but so yeah, we'll be getting into that before the end of the video. If you're watching this and it's pre-recorded, I'll put a link in the description to where the discussion starts. But for this moment, I'm just going to focus on driving a little bit. Gotta remember I'm driving a front-wheel drive car, not a rear-wheel drive car. Gotta take my corners a bit differently. Alright, so I'm in 9th place. Not sure what place I started in, but I don't think I qualified, so it couldn't have been all that good of a place. Or what position, I should say. And brake. You just gotta kind of pump that brake, bring the weight onto the front wheels. What's nice is when you come to the bottom of that downhill there and it starts to even out and even go uphill a little bit, you get a whole bunch of traction on the front wheels that makes up for a lot of the understeering you were having just on that first corner at Brands Hatch. I was having trouble going through that last corner because I was getting knocked by that GTR driven by Monrake. Who just went directly into a barrier. I didn't see what happened there. I don't know if that Mustang nicked him or if he just underestimated the corner. Ooh, buddy. Hang on, Seth. I'm gonna get a penalty for that. Maybe not. Thought I was for sure, but so I took that pretty far inside. So, making up places pretty well here. Oh, sorry dude, I did not mean to bump that guy off into the sand like that. That was a bad move on my part. I really messed him up too. I thought I was going to be able to hang that corner on the inside, but too much understeer got me. And I accidentally went out right into him. Carried a bit more speed than him through that corner. He had the better line too, being able to start on the outside, but I guess he didn't feel comfortable pushing it quite that hard. I don't have that car yet. I would like that car. I think that's the Alfa Romeo, if I'm not mistaken. and I wouldn't mind having that car in this GR4 class, but hasn't been gifted to me yet. I haven't gotten my gift card today yet, so I'm not sure what that'll be. I'll have to watch and see. But not bad here. Looks like I made it up into 4th place. Most likely, well, I'm not sure what would have happened, but might have been 5th place if I hadn't knocked that guy off the track like that. I do feel bad. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to communicate with other players in this game. So I just gotta have to let it go, I guess. But it happens to me a lot too. People accidentally knock me off the track or purposely at other times, so what can you do? It's just part of these random online races in Gran Turismo. Or most any sim, pretty much, except for, you know, iRacing's the only one where you don't see a whole lot of dirty driving. We are on the final lap. If I could get up into 3rd place, that would be nice. Where did he go? Is he right inside of me? I think he's right in... I think we're, like, ghosting each other, maybe, unless he... No, he's right behind me, okay. So he does not want to have to keep up that... or keep giving up that, 3rd position to me. He's gonna try real hard to make that up. And I'm gonna try real hard to not let him. Alright, I think I've got 3rd place in the bag. I don't see him. Yep, he's a bit back there. I actually am really liking the Scirocco. I'm gonna use this more often. Welcome, whoever's just joined the room. I jumped into this stream with about 5 seconds to go before the race starting, so I'm going to share this on my Twitter feed, and I will be discussing the topic in the description or in the title. So yeah, like I said, I will be discussing the topic in the title. Just want to give some time for a couple of people to jump in. Alright, so it looks like DBL Cheese won this race here, followed by TJ_Slomington, followed by myself in 3rd place. Welcome whoever just joined in the stream. Now, on to what is in the title. As you will notice, there's no menu music. Excuse me, there's no menu music in this video. And, actually, I want to jump into this other race real quick. There's no menu music, and typically, there would be menu music in my videos. I don't have music in the races because I would much rather listen to the cars than music anyways. But typically, there would be music in the menus. Like right now, there would be a song playing or whatever. You know, the music that Gran Turismo automatically has in the game. However, I received an email yesterday, and this email explained that there was a copyright claim against my channel, specifically against one of my Gran Turismo live stream videos. So, befuddled, I decided to click on the link to gain more details on this copyright claim. And it turns out that a company called, or a channel I should say, I don't know if it's a channel or a company or what they are, but basically it's called The Orchard Music, had placed a copyright claim against my video because one of the songs the Gran Turismo developers use in the menus is copywritten, and that song is The Color of Love N-port version, and again the owner is The Orchard Music. So essentially that means that the developers of Gran Turismo paid to use certain songs within their game. However, this also means from the position of a streamer like myself, whether with or without commentary, or somebody who just puts pre-recorded videos up, this means that you need to beware that one of the copywritten songs does not pop up in your video within one of the menus. Now, not all of the songs that are played in Gran Turismo Sport, the background music, not all of them are copywritten. I know of two for sure that are copywritten, and one of them is the Color of Love song, which is apparently owned, like I said before, by The Orchard Music. And I'm not gonna, well, there's no words, so I obviously can't describe the song here, but it's a very techno-like beat. I will have a link in the description to the video that shows the song being played, and the link will go right to the timestamp that the song begins. I obviously can't do that now while I'm streaming here, but I will put that link in after the video is, after I'm done streaming and the video is on my channel. So, yeah, I found that very interesting. Now, you might ask, what's the big deal about a copyright claim, or is it a big deal? What does it mean? Are they going to take your video down, or are you going to be punished in any way? And no, with a copyright claim, there's nothing that they're really going to do. If the owner of the song really wanted to, they could fight to have the video taken down. However, what I don't like is the fact that the owner of that song, now mind you, there was about 37 or 39 approximately seconds of this song, this little techno beat playing in the background of a menu for, I believe, a 48-minute live stream. So out of 48 minutes, there's 30 some odd seconds of copywritten menu background music, and apparently that was enough for the owners of the content to say, hey, we own this song, and it's in the background, it's used as menu background music for this particular title, and this particular channel chose to live stream that content, and the song played during the live stream. Now, as I said before, there's no trouble or anything like that. However, because that copyright claim exists and is substantiated by evidence, the owners of that music can now place ads in my entire 48-minute video. So, for a 48-minute stream or video, whatever you want to call it, with 30 seconds, or close to 40 seconds, of copywritten background music, that means that the entire video is subject to ad revenue, which would go to the owner of that particular song, which again played for just under 40 seconds. Now, that's not, my channel doesn't earn any ad revenue, so it's not like I care about that. However, I don't want ads placed within the lengths of my videos. I don't want my videos to have, you know, ads as you're watching the video. I find that's very annoying to, you know, be in the middle of a video and all of a sudden an ad pops up. So far they haven't placed any ads in the video, however if they do, I will be removing it. And like I said again, there will be a link to that video in the description with a timestamp to that specific time, that specific half minute or so when the song is playing. But like I was saying before, I find this very interesting because I had absolutely no idea that the menu background music in Gran Turismo Sport, or that some songs are and some songs aren't copyrighted. I assumed that they just kind of made this music themselves or hired somebody to make it for the game. I had no idea that the menu background music would be copyrighted. I know other games have real songs in them, and I can understand why that would be a copyright issue, but for, you know, 38 some odd seconds of background music in a 48-minute video, it was a little surprising to me. I was like, you know, really, this weird little techno beat in the background of a menu is somehow owned by a company who chose to copyright claim said content against a gameplay stream of GT Sport. So, as you'll hear in this video, and most likely all future videos, unless I suddenly get a bout of confidence, there will be no background music. I didn't have background music in the races anyways, because the focus is the cars, and I figure since I'm giving commentary, it's nothing really lost not having background music while the menus are up, like right now. I'm just as happy having silence with my lovely voice over said silence until the race starts. So anybody who is going to be streaming GT Sport races or GT Sport content period, beware of the background music which is playing, because if the wrong GT Sport background song comes on in one of the menus, well, the owner of that content will have the right to place ads in your video unless you choose to take it down. So yeah, just something to be aware of. I was very surprised when I got an email saying that one of my gameplay streaming videos had copywritten content in it, and I was like, what are you talking about? And sure enough, out of that 48-minute video, that 38 seconds of background techno music was copywritten. And again, like I said, there's no trouble from it. It's not like a copyright strike or a takedown. There's no, you know, trouble from this. It's just basically they send you an email to let you know, hey, this stuff's copywritten. You can take the video down if you want, or you can leave it up, and the owners of that song can put whatever ads they want in your video and take revenue from it. And again, as I said before, in a small channel like mine, not a big deal from an ad revenue perspective, but I do find it a bit annoying and unnecessary. But what are you going to do? You know, they do rightfully own the rights to that song, so if Gran Turismo chooses to use it in their game, that's one thing, that's licensed usage, but the individuals who are live streaming or recording this content and placing it online do not own that song. So they either got to remove the background music or expect to get copyright claimed and expect to possibly have ads placed on said videos. Again, I chose the no background music path. That's why you hear no background music now. No big deal in the end, just something I thought was pretty interesting. Kind of funny, actually. I kind of laughed. I was like, really? This video? I think the video had like 30 views or something like that at the time. It was very soon after it was uploaded. I was like, this is a 48-minute video, and like 29 minutes and 9 seconds in, this little techno beat starts. And it's like, how do these people even find this? They must have, you know, it must be robotic, basically like a algorithm that looks for that particular beat amongst thousands of videos or hundreds of thousands and sends up a little flag, hey, you know, this particular musical note is playing in said video. But anyways, that's that. Enough of my rant. And on to the next race. Again, did not qualify. Hey, my sportsmanship rating went up to a B. I hope that's good anyways. No traction, front wheel drive car. That's the only real downside with this car, is like gaining traction on the start. Because you have to have the diff real loose in order to take corners well. Not real loose, but pretty loose. So therefore you lose some straight line traction. And I will say I have my acceleration sensitivity up, so I should have a decent amount of rigidness between the front tires, but I have the initial torque sensitivity way down, which is I think what makes it spin tire when I first get on the gas, kind of like coming out of that corner, and then once the tire starts spinning, you know, one will keep spinning instead of them both gripping up and giving traction. Now, double barrel, I don't know, this idiot in the Mustang just knocked that GTR off the track, the GTR that's right in front of me, he regained. So this guy looks like he's gonna be dirty, and here I am going off the track, so I guess I'll never get to see if he's dirty or not, unless I catch up. I must have gotten in that guy's way there, because he just kind of gave me a little nudge and was like, get out my way, brah. Oh, I think Double Barrel went off the track himself. Maybe he got knocked back, got a little taste of his own medicine. Because I saw him, he just slammed right into that GTR, knocked him right into the grass. No apparent reason, on a straightaway. The last race did pretty good. I started in the back of the pack, I think in 14th place. Ended up working my way up in this 4-lap race to 3rd place. That was in the last race, but I was in this video though, so just back a little bit. But I was happy with that, and that's actually what's really making me start to grow to like the Scirocco. Because if you get it right, I didn't really get that corner right, but if you get it right, it's actually a pretty good car. And I was going to stream more yesterday, but I ended up, I ate some dinner, then I ate a root beer float, and then I fell asleep. So, there was no more streaming for me last night, and it's a shame because Sunday you get like 6 hours of racing instead of 3, and I did some in the beginning. I did oh, I'm gonna get a penalty. No, I didn't. Amazing. That's Double Barrel too. I don't want to be near him. Yeah, like I was saying, I streamed some of the earlier races yesterday, and I was going to come back to do the later set of GT3 races, or maybe GR3 and maybe GR4 too, but after I ate dinner, had a little snack, it was Sunday, I just was too tired, I fell asleep. Got me some rest. But that's okay. Here today, going to be doing the GR4 races as well as the GR3 races after this. I might even just do one long stream all the way from GR4 into GR3. We'll see what happens. Alright, got around that car, getting hit. Track. Go, Scirocco, go. Scirocco, go. Oh, getting bumped. Nice try there, compadre. Oh, you did get around me, you little... Whew. What's this guy's name? HPV? Stop sleeping with dirty women. You won't have to name yourself HPV. It's actually HPDV, whatever that means. It means you about to get passed, brah. Yeah, how do you like getting knocked off the track a little bit? Almost knocked him off. I might have to, too, just because this guy's being so dirty. Gave him a little bump there, didn't knock him off the track, though. It's alright, still got another lap. I'm not going to try and knock him off the track, I'm just going to try and get around him. Oh, look at that. Karma is such a lovely lady, isn't she? But yeah, this little Scirocco pulls. It's very impressive. If you can make it around the corners, it accelerates and goes very well. Because it definitely pulls on these GTRs, and that surprised me. I really wasn't expecting that when I first started using this car. I guess I am going to bump into him a little bit. And a little bit more. And I know he's going to come back and do it again. I don't know where he is now. He could be right behind me, or he could be a little back further. That's okay. I think I got the acceleration to pull away from him. Maybe not on this corner, though. Oh, that's a tough corner for this car. Getting a little rough there. Had to get him back a little bit for bumping me earlier. Ooh, he is right on my tail. He wants around me so bad. I'm not gonna let it happen easy. No, I'm not. Ooh, now I'm pulling away. Now I'm pulling away. Sorry, brah. Looks like 6th place is gonna be mine. So I think I saw him flashing his lights back there. Ooh, am I gonna make it? Okay, thought I was gonna understeer for a second there. Got traction. Pretty sure I'm still a good ways ahead of him. And that is that. Not bad, not bad. Whew. Now we enter the menus and listen to never-ending silence, because there will be no more background music, not in my streams anyways, thanks to the wonderful copyright laws here in the United States, or wherever that song is copywritten from. Oh, Gran Turismo, you and your using copywritten songs as your menu background music. I was so surprised too, because I thought it was just completely random music in Gran Turismo. I know there's people that love Gran Turismo music. I know there's people that hate it. There's people who collect it and want to download all the tracks and whatnot. I had no idea that there were certain particular songs that are copywritten that you can't stream in your videos. Or you can, but the owner of that song will then be able to put ads in your entire video. Have a sip of my drink here. Ginger ale. Thank you for the like, whoever liked my video. Much appreciated. Always appreciate the likes and subscribes. With a small channel like this, it's actually still, you know, it's like exciting every time you see somebody subscribe to a video or comment or whatever. It's like, hey, this is pretty cool. I imagine for the bigger YouTubers out there, it must just be mind-blowing to... Oh, the McLaren. I haven't driven this car yet. I'm going to drive this right now when we go into the next GR3 races at Willow Springs, though. Willow Springs is a good track and all, but it's just not one of my favorites. In fact, it's one of the tracks I kind of like the least in Gran Turismo, to be honest. But not to say it's a bad track, just it's a personal preference thing. I'm just not a fan of Willow Springs. I don't know why. I never have been. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to give this McLaren a try. I don't see a lot of people winning races in this car, and I really like this R01, but it is a new car, so we're going to try it. If it's like outright horrible in this little qualifying session, I'll switch, but I'm sure it'll be pretty good. I mean, it is a McLaren after all. Pretty cool color. I think that orange is that common McLaren orange color that many of their cars come in. At least it looks like it. So let's just make a couple adjustments really quick. I know I don't want traction control, at least not to start with. And I know ABS mild, okay, that's fine. And let's see what our other settings are here. 2.8 on the negative camber. And we'll try these tranny settings first, and if I don't like the gearing as it is, I'll go ahead and adjust it. If anybody's just joining in or whatever, has any questions, feel free to ask. I know this video will be longer than you know, the discussion about the copyright part. That was just a small discussion in what's going to end up being a much longer video. This McLaren's pretty nice. At least so far it grips up pretty good there. We'll see how it continues to handle. I mean, it took me long enough to get this car, so I mean, I've gotten a lot of daily workout goal cars. Most of them have been in the GT3 or GR3 class, I should say. I always want to call it GT3 just because that's what I'm so used to. You know, the terminology I'm so used to hearing in racing, you know, GT3, but it's GR3 and GR4 in this game. Oh, rear wheel drive. I was used to that front wheel drive drivetrain in the last car. Don't want to forget. So far this car is doing pretty darn good. It's fast, that's for sure. I wonder why I see a lot of these in races, but I don't usually see them winning the races. Ooh, bounced almost all the way across the track there. That was crazy. Could definitely reduce the gearing some. Brake right at that shadow. And coming on into turn 2 here, right? Yeah, turn 2 it should be. This big long bend. Wow, this car grips up. Grip for days. Must have a lot of downforce. Little fishtail there. Yeah, I'm gonna use this car for the race. I like it. Oh, as I go almost off the track. That corner always gives me a hard time. Doesn't matter what car I'm driving. For some reason, I always brake too late for that corner. It's my own fault, but I do it. There we go. Gotta remember not to clip that inner curb with this car, or else it'll really get unsteady. Whew. This is a fun car. I just had the gas matted as I was coming out of that corner there and there. No sliding at all. So this car must have some decent downforce, because I know at lower speeds it'll kick the back end out. Alright, come on, hang it in there. Just pump that brake, get the weight on the front end, and out of the corner. my ghost there. Oh, we're going off the track. I saw that one coming. It's okay, gotta learn the limit somehow. Well, I've only got 30 seconds, but maybe I can quickly... Well, I'll have time actually in the warm-up session, but I wanted to, give that a try. I'll wait for the warm-up session. Welcome whoever's joining. 2 people joined there. What's going on, guys? So, if you weren't here in the first portion of the video, what I'm referring to in the title is an email I received yesterday stating that one of my Gran Turismo Sport streaming videos had a copyright claim against it. And basically the reason was because a couple of the songs, not all, but a couple of the songs that Gran Turismo uses as background music in their menus are actually copywritten. So if you do a stream and one of those couple of songs comes on during that stream, then the owner of that particular song has the right to file a copyright claim against you. It doesn't really mean anything. It's not like you're in trouble. It's not the same as like a copyright takedown or anything. But what it basically means is that they have, if you choose to leave that video up, even if it's only a few seconds in the menu that particular song is playing in an hour-long stream, it doesn't matter. They then have rights to place advertisements within that video and take revenue from those ads. Now, on a small channel like mine, of course, doesn't really matter because the channel's not accruing revenue. However, it would be quite annoying to have several ads placed throughout my video, and if that does happen, I'm going to take that video down. As you can hear now, there's no background music, and that's because I've turned the background music off. But in my previous videos, the background music was on, and I never thought anything of it. It's Gran Turismo music, what does it matter? Well, apparently it does matter, because apparently Gran Turismo chose to use a couple of songs that were copyrighted. And of course Gran Turismo had licenses to these songs, so they're allowed to use them. But streamers like myself and people who record gameplay videos and place them online, we don't have rights to those songs. So if one of them pops up in my gameplay video, well, that's on me. YouTube sucks. Yeah, I was very surprised when I got that, because you know what, dude? It's a 48 minutes long, my stream. And there was about it was between 37 and 39 seconds of some random techno song in the menu, and my whole video gets claimed, and they're like, oh, well, you know, they could put videos in your, or they could put ads in your video now. Unless you, or you could take it down if you want. And like I said, I left it up for the time being, but if I see them place ads during the video, like those little yellow spots on the bar where an ad comes up, I'm taking it down. Because I can't stand watching... It's one thing if you're watching a vlog or something like that, or, you know, something different and an ad comes in, but when you're watching like a gameplay video and all of a sudden an ad comes in, that's just annoying. But yeah, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Ooh, I forgot, I got this Audi GT3 car too, or GR3 class car. I'm gonna drive that for one of the next races. I'll do at least one race in that Audi. I forgot I got that as a workout car recently. Alright, so I'm liking my top speed now. We just ghosted through each other. I don't know if he was trying to bump into me or what, but it didn't work. So I guess I'm keeping my settings like that. Oh, Eduardo, I didn't even see it was you who was commenting that. How you doing, man? Yeah, it was like 38 seconds or so in a 48-minute video. I can't do it now because I'm like streaming, but once this stream is all done and this video is just sitting on YouTube, I'm gonna put a link in the description to the video that got copyright claimed, and I'll have a timestamp that'll take you right to when the song plays. It's literally just this stupid techno beat. I mean, it's not even a good song. I don't know, maybe if you're into like EDM or whatever, techno and whatnot, which I was into when I was younger, but I certainly, other than like Sandstorm, I can't really differentiate one techno song from the next. Dude, did you see that? That Audi like slammed so hard over to the left into me. That was funny. Oh, this guy's name is Jay Ramsey. I wonder if he's related to Gordon Ramsay. Oh, you're driving. It's shit, man. You're a terrible driver. You shouldn't even be on the track. Oh, just quit your job. You're not even good at this. You don't even make any money. Oh, live streamer. What are you? Bloody fool, that's what you are. Sitting here playing video games like a little child. Oh, look at me. I can play a video game and talk about it online. Bloody fool. That's my Gordon Ramsay impression for the day. Alright, don't lose traction, Zeph. Hanging through this corner. Oh, and that, whatever car that was, went off the track. Is that one of those? It's a Renault. That's a good car, too, that Renault RS01 car. That's actually a really good car. I use that quite often in the GT3 races. The ghosting, looking at my comments. The ghosting happens, I don't know, it just happens in Gran Turismo. I don't know why that car is ghosting there. Usually it only happens if two cars are going through each other, like sometimes if a car slams on the brakes in front of you, the game will ghost that car, let you go right through it. And then the other times a car will ghost is if the player hits pause. So if the player pauses online, like during a race, it'll ghost his or her car. I haven't been paying attention to the track at all. I've kind of noticed, I'm noticing as I drive this car, it's kind of cool. You can give like a little snap of the brake and then the gas, and it'll kind of twist the car around a little bit if it's starting to understeer. Not sure if within the allotted number of laps I'll be able to catch up with the rest of the traffic, or at least these three cars up here. We'll have to see. I love that corner right there, getting up on the inside where it's like a tight little uphill. It helps you shave off so much speed, you can brake late. That's my favorite corner, and this is my least favorite corner in the game, because this corner I always overshoot. I didn't that time, but I quite often will. That car went flying off the track. I looked back just in time to see that. Alright, so maybe one of these guys will make a little mistake, and I will catch up. We'll have to see. Well, that guy just made a mistake. But like right there, I can just kind of tap the brake, kind of go back and forth with the gas and brake, and kind of rock the car. And I see some comments up there. It's kind of hard for me to read them while I'm driving, so as soon as the race stops, I'll check over and read them. Or if I get a moment to in the race, I'll look too, but sometimes I can't. This car has got some serious grip though in the high-speed corners. Oh, as I go right off the track. What have you done, Seth? Again I go off the track there. Second time this race. I don't know how I haven't gotten past yet. I guess the other cars must have been really far back. There's one coming up on my tail. I see him on the map. What place am I in anyway? 7th place? I don't know how I could go off the track for that long twice in this race and still be in 7th, not in like last place. Alright, I still got a good cushion of air between myself and the car behind me too. Alright, get it to rotate, and go. Whew! Alright, let's see. No, I don't have a copyright strike. It just means, basically that this person has the right to put ads in my video if they want to, or I could take the video down, but if I choose to leave it up, which I have so far, then they have the right to put ads in the entire 48-minute video, just because, 30 seconds of the background music happened to be a song that's copywritten. And again, it's just really surprising to me because I figured if it was used in a video game, then it could be used in the live streams of said video games, and most of the songs can, but apparently there's like 2 or 3 songs out of all the Gran Turismo menu songs that are copywritten, and if they're used in a stream, can technically get a copyright claim against them. But again, it really doesn't mean much of anything. It just means that the owner of that content, should they choose to, can place ads in your video. But the way I look at it, it's like, alright, whatever. I don't really care until if they do put ads during my video, I'm going to take it down, or I might just cut the audio out for that like 37-second clip. Just out of like spite, because I think it's funny. Because, I mean, a 48-minute video, and the funny thing is the video had like 30 views when they put a copyright claim against me. So I was like, over a 38, or over like a video with like 30 views? Really? So I was thinking it might be kind of funny, just like, it goes from like 29 minutes and 9 seconds to 29 minutes and 47 seconds. And I thought it might be funny to just cut the audio entirely out of that section and leave the rest of the video untouched. So like there would be the rest of the video as normal with menu background music playing, and then when it gets to that song, all the audio just cuts out. It would cut my voice out too, but really I don't care. I could just put like a little annotation saying this song removed for copyright reasons, or something stupid like that. So let's check out the yeah, the ghosting is a little... I would be happy if there was no ghosting at all, because it's not realistic. In real life, you don't go ghosting through cars, and it doesn't happen in other racing simulators as well, where you'll just ghost through a car, unless the car is really doing something crazy. But in this game, you could be going through a corner, and if a car goes too slow, ghost right through them. And the other problem is you never know when you're going to ghost and when you're not going to ghost. So you could be coming up behind a car and thinking, oh, he just slammed on his brakes, it's okay, I'll ghost right through him, and then you don't ghost right through him. So why don't we go ahead and use that Audi I mentioned this time. I've never driven this car. I might regret this. I don't seem to have a very good relationship with all-wheel drive and front-wheel drive cars. All-wheel drive I'm a little better with. Maybe I'll be alright in the GT3 class, but I tend to like rear-wheel drive. Alright, so it looks like I'll have a little over 6 minutes to do some practice on this car. Let's just check the settings real quick. I don't want any traction control. I'll leave everything as it is for the first test. Except the transmission. Put that right where the other one was. Alright, put my water down and here we go. Ooh, this car slides. I'm assuming that this car is all-wheel drive, although I can't be certain. I'm assuming because it's an Audi that this GT3 version will be all-wheel drive, but maybe it's not, because it did slide out much like a rear-wheel drive car back there. Ooh, it likes to slide. That's okay. I work better with oversteer than I do understeer. Fishtail action there. Recovered. But yeah, if I, and you know, like you said in your comment there, Daniel, if I do edit that part out, yeah, I could leave the video up. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like I make like money or anything off my little YouTube channel. I just do this for fun, but you know, you never know what video somebody might want to watch or find interesting, or maybe somebody was looking to see that exact car and track combo, so why not leave it up if I can? And as I'm sure you know, this ghost here is just my last lap ghost, just so I have a reference point to see where I was at this point in the track on my last lap. I'm sure you know that, though. It's the ghosting in the races that's a bit confusing. Oh man, it's force feedback wheel. When the car kicks out like that, you can kind of let the wheel go, let it spin real fast and rotate, and then grab it right at the right time to regain traction properly. Yes, it is the principle. And I guess they could make the same argument that, well, the song is owned, you know, don't be mad at YouTube or the song owner. It's Gran Turismo that chose to, you know, use copywritten songs in their game. And of course, it's not like they use them illegally. They paid to use the song, but if most of the songs are not copywritten, as far as I know, most of the songs are created by Gran Turismo or somebody that Gran Turismo hires or something to that effect. Why not just have all the songs be like that? Because all it's going to do is make it difficult for people who want to stream. They either have to turn the background music off, pre-record and edit, or hope that song doesn't pop up, or they can just let the song pop up but expect to you know, have ads put in the channel, particularly in that video, I should say, particularly if they're a big channel. Like, I can imagine if one of the big gaming channels that gets, like, you know, tens of thousands of views, 100,000 views, whatever, like a big channel, were to stream a Gran Turismo Sport video and one of those songs popped in, then the owner of that song would be like, oh, we should put ads in this video if we have the right to, since this video is actually going to create revenue. A video like mine, and I'm assuming this is why no ads have been placed in as of now, even though they have the right to, a small channel like mine that gets very few views isn't going to generate any ad revenue, so it would be a waste of time for them to put ads in my video. And that's why I've left it up so far, because I'm quite certain that they're not going to. But yeah, it is aggravating, and it's like, really? And I actually try very hard to, like, follow YouTube's rules, even though I'm just like a, you know, a small channel and whatnot, and I do some streaming videos and a lot of, like, hardware and modification videos. You know, I still try and follow the rules and be respectful and not do anything wrong, not be on my live streams, you know, cussing excessively and F this and F that, even though that's allowed. I try and have a respectful channel, in other words, and I try to be respectful with the content that I put out. I wouldn't go putting, you know, a song in one of my videos that I know is copywritten, just because why would I even want to draw attention? But I had no way of knowing in this case. And am I going to go off the track? Nope, I'm holding it. This car's fast. It's definitely fast. It's getting all the way up to top speed on that straight. That's actually very impressive. See if I can stay ahead of my last time this time. Oh no. Just keep it punched. See what happens. Oh, I tried to hit the gas too early. Man, this is so much fun with the force feedback wheel and everything, and the physics and force feedback in this game. You know, I was watching a video the other day, and it was just another, you know, small channel like mine, and the person didn't really have a whole lot of GT Sport videos out. Like, he doesn't stream regularly, but not long after the beta came out, he uploaded a video, or I don't know if it was a stream or an upload, but the whole video was basically just criticizing Gran Turismo Sport and talking about what crap it is, and one of the big points he kept making is how terrible the graphics were. I just didn't understand what he was talking about, because if anything, the graphics, I think, are one of the strong positive points about the game. But it's just interesting. I've come across, since I've started, you know, doing this and paying more attention to Gran Turismo Sport, there's a lot of Gran Turismo just haters out there that'll just pick on any little point and hate on it for no reason. Like, it's arcade, the sound sucks, the graphics suck, the online gameplay experience sucks, this sucks, that sucks, everything sucks. And it's like, okay, well, most of these people, like, in forums and whatnot, if you ask them if they've ever played GT Sport, no. Like, okay, well then how can you be talking about physics and saying that it feels like an arcade game if you've never played it? You're basically full of crap. Obviously the guy who was making a video talking about the graphics and whatnot, of course he played the game, but when it comes to just like comments and discussions online, I've seen more than a few times people criticizing the game for different reasons, but particularly criticizing physics, having never played the game. I just don't understand it. Thank you very much, MH. I appreciate it. You're in Brazil, huh? The weather must be nice down there. I've always wanted to go to Brazil. Alright, man, you catch some sleep. And yes, I will be streaming tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Hope to see you there. Yeah, Brazil. I've always wanted to go to Brazil. Always wanted to go there. I have friends, we've lost touch now, but when I was growing up, I was very good friends with a couple of brothers who were from Chile, and they would go to visit Chile, and they'd come back and tell me how beautiful it is, the weather. But I've never been to South America at all. I've always wanted to. I've been to England. I've been to the UK because I have family in the UK, but other than that, I've only been to Canada, and those are the only two countries I've been to other than the US. I've traveled within the US, but that's not really that exciting. So, just a few seconds before we jump into the next race here. See if I want to make any adjustments. I'm actually going to lengthen the gearing just a bit because this car was still pulling really well. This is a rear wheel drive car, it looks like. We'll bring this to 25 and this to 15. Just lower those a little, not too much. And I can probably bring... Oh, looks like I don't have any more time for any more adjustments. Into the race we go. Into the race we go. Alright. Should be, yep, we're gridded up here. I don't even know what place I'm in. Where am I? 8th place. Alright. Who else is in this race? Any names I recognize? I recognize DN Morin. I've raced with him before, and I can't see the names anymore, so... Actually, I'll see him on the left momentarily. Jay Ramsey is in this race. He was in the last one. Ooh, gripping up, pulling up on third here. I like this car. I definitely like this car. It is good. Third place already from 8th, right off the bat, just on the launch. This is a good car, and it's catching up with these cars right around the bend. Oh, I am glad I tried this Audi. I like it. Getting a little sideways there. Oh, getting knocked sideways hard. Somebody's trying to just push me off the track. It's that big boat Mercedes. Oh, and there's Jay Ramsey again. Yeah, let's let them just kind of mess themselves up. Man, I got shoved right off the outside of the track. That's okay. I'm pretty sure it was on purpose, but I've done that to people before. By accident and whatnot. So I can't get too mad. It's all in the fun of the game. But I can try and get even. That I can do. Sorry, Draka11, I didn't mean to hit you. Didn't mean to tap him there. We got Leo Bra. Leo Bra? That's a weird name. Leo Women's Undergarment. We got something, 2-play something off the track here. And then we've got that vet up in front. So I guess I went around Gordon Ramsay at some, or Jay Ramsey, whatever his name is, at some point in this race. Because that's not him up ahead, that's a Corvette up ahead. I'm sure I've got cars right on my tail. I think I can hear them. Yep. Ooh, I would like to hold this second place position. I hope I don't make any big mistakes. Alright, got a slight cushion of air. It's Young Rand ahead of me. Young Rand is hauling, man. He has got a serious gap on me. It's alright, I'm gonna try and come for you. Ooh, sliding. I'm gonna try and come for you, Young Rand. I'm gonna try. Don't know that I'll catch you, but I'm gonna try. We got some commotion going on back there. I see dust. Somebody went off track. I'm using just about every little last bit of this 270 mph top speed here in this Audi GR3 class. Hang on tight. Alright, I can do it. I know I can. Just keep it punched. Pedal to the metal, slide it a little sideways. This car likes to get a little squirrely, but that's alright. I kind of like it. Oh, and that Corvette's losing it. Could this be? Could it be a first place victory? I do not know. He's regained it. Back on the right path again. Can I catch up? Looks like he's having a bit of struggle controlling that Corvette in the corners. Coming up over the elevation changes particularly. I'm coming for you. I just love the speed of this car. It's so fast. The top speed is just insane. Most of the other cars I've tried, I don't think they get this fast on the straightaway. I know the last car I drove wasn't getting that fast on the straight. No, do not go off the track, Seth. I've learned how to take that corner there, well, that series of corners, I should say, pretty darn well. How to use the elevation change to my benefit to kind of gain some traction as I brake and come through that left with that tight up-hander on the inside, or that tight uphill right-hander. Alright, I want to catch up with this guy. I want a first place finish in this race. Don't know that it's going to happen, man. He is on a good pace. If I hadn't messed up that corner, I probably could have caught up with him, because he got a little bit janky there, but so did I, hitting that curb. Brake late, you can do it. Last lap. It's now or never, boys. Now or never. Wish me luck. I'm questioning whether or not I'm gonna make it, because he's got a good pace. What just happened? Did he just go off track? He did. I'm in first place. Killer. Killer bees, man. Killer bees. Just stay ahead of him now. Just stay ahead of him. Try and put some space between us. Oh man, he is right there. Oh, dude, no, you are not knocking me out of control. That is not happening. Nope. Sorry, dude, not today. This one is mine. You know what? On that note, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this stream. I am going to end this one on a good note with a first place finish at a time of 6:25.071. Thanks for joining me. My arms are tired anyways from the past few races. I think this is my 4th race, so I will be back streaming tomorrow around the same time, and hope to see you there. Just read some comments real quick. Really, I didn't know that there were high taxes in Brazil. That's interesting. And corruption too, huh? That's kind of scary. But let's just alright, so those are the results. And yes, thank you very much on the victory. That's the first race I streamed that I got a first place finish, like while actually streaming. Usually when I'm streaming and talking, I just drive terribly, and first place victories just aren't happening. When I'm racing, not streaming and can pay attention, I do a little better, but... And I never claim to be the greatest Gran Turismo driver anyways, I just kinda tool around in this game for fun. But, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you tomorrow around the same time. Have a good one.